Let this man cook.
Valid.
Valid.
Yeet.
So just to give people a bit of an idea of what's going on here.
No, I don't think we should.
No, we should.
Nah.
At
the end.
Part of the deal. Part of the deal.
On God.
On God.
I work with a couple of Gen Zs or Gen Zs.
Couple.
Zedians.
Oh yeah, not including me.
No, not you.
I'm 40 in like 5 days.
Same.
And they gave me a list of around 70.
What exactly?
What's the exact number here, Rob?
69.
Way.
69 different phrases that Gen Z speak. So they've asked me to use as many of them as I can in this podcast.
Let him cook.
I've already used that.
Let this man cook.
Vibe check.
So yeah,
so
this will make absolutely no sense whatsoever. Half the things I say, but that's okay because I don't have a voice, which is why you're taking over.
AF.
Okay.
I don't know.
Finna.
Nice. The card guy. Bailey.
And Liam.
And Liam. Oh, Gazard.
Liam Gazard from works at the local card shop.
Does he really?
Not a bad bloke for a soccer referee.
Or once you say referee, it kind of.
No, this one's a good one. So. This one's a good referee.
That's good then.
Yep. Like all of them, to be honest.
All right. Fun fact from Bailey: 69 is a funny number.
So
obviously he's a Gen Z guy as well.
It is a funny number. I won't tell the joke that I told just before we came on.
No, that'd be fun.
So who brings us this podcast today, and what podcast are we on?
We are on Card Chaos, and we're brought to you by psg.cards, Platinum Standard Grading. Yep. In partner with also probably local card shop.
And the Yard.
Yard.
Most importantly, the Yard.
Yep.
The official brewing company, which we're going to have. Brett has promised us a few beers next week.
Oh, that's just what I want.
Yeah, well, I don't want them either, but I just want Brett to bring beers. So, because he won't be happy with that.
So, welcome to the show. I am Reese, Pugz.
Rob.
To my left, your right, Roberto. And to my right, but your left, is the Jazzmeister.
Way.
The Jazzmeister, that's a new way of describing it.
It is.
So, what are we going to start with, mate?
We're going to start with PSG Ramble. I guess it's that one.
No.
She's got the. It's on the wrong. It's on the wrong thing.
Here we go.
You had one job. It's all good. Gotta love live television.
We should get Ruby to come in and fix it.
Yeah.
Because then she'd have to be on live.
Which one's the sounds?
The last one. That one.
Yeah, all right.
This is great radio.
Great stuff. So those listening in, we apologise.
That one. Yeah, I know. I just got the message.
All right. Hey! Yeehaw! And we're done.
Chop just asked if I've recovered from yesterday.
Chop. Yeah, what happened yesterday?
I was at the Ipswich NBL 1, so
that would have been good.
Representing local card shop and PSG, to be honest, because PSG had done up some graded cards for the NBL 1.
That's right, we did.
And I'm still struggling with my voice, so Chop, no, I haven't, but...
that's why he's there and I'm here.
Well, great game, though.
Was it? Who won?
Unfortunately for the Ipswich Force boys, not the Ipswich Force. Gold Coast Rollers won.
The number one team.
Second versus third.
It's pretty good. Who's number one?
Logan.
Oh, Thunder are pretty good though.
Yeah, but it went into overtime, the game.
Oh, you got to love extra time. That's good.
Yeah. So anyway, what do we got? Let's ramble.
PSG Ramble.
The guy,
the Mickey Mantle.
The Mickey Mantle card. Have you heard about this, Jess?
Pretty crazy.
Nope.
So this guy.
Thanks, man.
He had a card right from 1952, right, and he thought that the card was ghosting him, right. So because he just like everywhere he looked, no card. So
he knew he had this card.
He knew he had it. It was a Mickey Mantle rookie, right? So he thought it might have been.
This is the card.
Yeah, he thought it might have been snatched by someone. Yeah. And he found it. His brother had hidden it in a cheese box.
In a cheese box?
In a cheese box. So he sent it off, get graded, comes back
So how many years later did he find it?
60 years.
Oh, wow.
It was in the old, what are those things up in the air?
Attic.
Yeah.
That's
60
so
years,
funny.
Sent it into grading, got a PSA 6, $100,000 card.
That's so cool.
Wow.
But that's like at my old job, like back when I was a lot more immature, I used to hide things all the time in the kitchen. And so I found these it was a box of crackers and I hid them and I actually wrote my name on it and then the day I hid it, and it was 13 years later that it was found in the back of the kitchen cupboard. Like I had it right up in
13 years?
13 years.
You were still working there?
Yeah. I worked there for 18 years.
When did you forget that you'd done it?
I totally
5
forgot.
minutes after you
I
did it.
totally forgot I did it like ages ago.
What did
No,
you
but there was a couple of times because I went and worked at a different centre. But my wife worked at that one, so whenever I went and visited, I'd always check.
Is that how you met?
Yeah.
At the centre.
Yeah, at work. Yeah,
She
Wow.
found the cup.
she found the cup. She
That
won.
was the game. It's like Squid Games. You find the cup, you get married to Pugz.
But wow, imagine hiding a But that biscuit, those biscuits or crackers weren't $100,000 in the end.
No.
Imagine that with that. That's crazy.
$100,000. Have you ever found a card, I guess, that you didn't even realise you had?
Oh, I found like a Giannis Prism rookie.
Yep.
Just in a box, no sleeve, no top loader. Protect your cards, kids. But like it was just in the box, random box. I've moved house like 4 times, and then I sold it on eBay. And this is when it was like popping off. I sold it for $600 US.
Yep.
I was like, this used to be like a $3 card back in. That's why I was
Even
just
less,
sitting there.
yeah.
And we used to give them away when we did
Yeah.
breaks. And then the guy who bought it graded it, and it got a Beckett 10,
Oh,
not a
boy.
black, but a silver 10. But it's got a 10. I'm like, that thing's been sitting in a box. I was like, man, if I knew.
Have you ever
That's
found
all good.
anything? Because I know you're not a big card guy.
I haven't. No, my brother did find that Dark Magician card.
Oh, that's right.
Like his mate was going through a book that he had, and he's like, "Do you realize this is like a pretty decent card?" And he's like, "Nope." And he had no clue.
Yeah, I had the same. I had a Aaron Judge.
Oh, nice.
So Mick, who might be watching because he's a school teacher and he'll be on holidays today. But Mick, mate of mine, I bought this whole big collection, and it was a couple of containers of MLB cards. And Mick loves his MLB, and he goes, "Can I have a look through them?" And yeah, no worries. And then about 2 years later, he comes, he goes, "Remember that container of MLB cards? I reckon you had an Aaron Judge auto in that."
Oh, really?
A rookie auto, and in MLB, a true rookie auto from.
Yeah, they go for big.
Yeah, and so I went and brought him back out, and there it was. So, and I sold that card for about $600, and if I had it now, it's probably worth about 10 times that.
Yeah, nice.
So, but anyway, I
It
was
is what
happy
it
at the
is.
time. So
Right.
yeah, so it does happen. Keep an eye. Go up into your attics. I reckon Bailey would find some pretty weird stuff.
Well, he said he found a Canfield #1 auto.
Oh, him and Canfield.
He's a bit obsessed, eh?
He is just a touch obsessed, but you got to be obsessed with something.
It's cute. It's cute though, Bailey.
It could be drugs, it could be alcohol. But
Exactly.
It's Zara Canfield.
It's Zara Canfield cards.
Yeah. And she still hasn't replied to one message he sent her.
Oh, maybe Bailey needs to send it.
Bailey has.
Oh, well, there you go.
She still doesn't reply.
Oh, I'll send one for you.
She's cute, he says.
She's cute because she looks like your missus.
That's right. I'm going to find a word to use for that.
Yeah.
Um,
Sick.
yeah, sick.
That's the first one that I looked at.
Nice.
Nice. Riz.
Yeah, cringe. But anyway.
All right. So also Panini are at it again.
What have they done?
1 of 1 redemption of Steph Curry
Yeah.
that someone's got to get redeemed was sold on eBay.
Get out.
Yeah.
This is
Get out of town.
Get out. Yeah. Second time in like, what is it, 3 weeks that this kind of news has come out?
It's a big L from Panini.
that
Right?
is a big L, and I was going to say a bit of a drag too. The body count's increasing. What's the body count now with this kind of stuff?
Does it say body count on that sheet?
Yep, it does.
Oh, that's great. So that's what, 2 now in the last 3 weeks. That's crazy.
Oh God. What?
I can't take you serious when you're like reading the sheet.
Well, these are the words that have been given to me by the world's greatest producer and holder of the longest fingers, Ruby Pagram. She's given me.
The longest.
Well, I guess she doesn't hold the longest fingers; she just has them.
Yeah.
So she holds.
Unless she
things.
does this.
Yeah, we found out
She
today
hold
that
it
she has
in.
abnormally long fingers. But anyway,
Yeah, I feel you, Bailey. Why is it cringe when Rob says this? I think that's why they gave it to him, just because it'd be
Creeper.
funny.
I like that one. That's not on the list. Chop Creeper.
We
It
can
should be.
take some off and add it on if you want.
Like-
It hits different.
Let's just. This is a ramble, right? This is a ramble.
Yeah. That's why it's making
Can
no
I-
sense.
No. Rambles last, Rob.
The rant's last.
Yeah.
No, the
Okay.
rambles now.
Yeah,
Yeah, so-
we're on the ramble. The rant last.
Okay, I'll come back to it then.
Just keep at it.
Keep going.
Speak no cap.
Yeah.
Speak. No, let
If
him.
you know, you know.
Oh fuck. Goated with the sauce. What the fuck's that mean?
So do you actually say if you know, you know, or do you go IYK?
You message IYK, and if you know, you know.
Oh damn it.
Oh, that's funny. But yeah, Panini, good job, guys.
Yeah, I mean, how could you, like, you hit a Steph Curry 101, like, again.
Yeah. So if anyone wants to see it, at Card Porn on Instagram has all the.
That's where they've got them
It's
again.
the greatest news source. It's like it's
Is that where we get our news from?
Oh, it's where a lot of the news comes through.
Yeah.
That and Lamine James, but yeah, they're all good.
It was good seeing your son in the office today.
It was,
Because I can't believe he's your son,
Stephen.
considering he loves LeBron and you.
You know what's funny? I actually bought him a LeBron T-shirt today
Oh no!
because it was $20 at Rebel Sport. I was
That
like, oh,
hurt your
sick.
Oh,
soul.
Yeah.
You're like, ugh.
Nah, it is what it is.
Yeah, because he walks in.
He loves wearing basketball, so I'm like, I'm okay with it.
Could be worse. Could be drugs.
He's not a bad. LeBron's not a bad player. He's a good player.
Oh,
That's the thing.
He's a good
So,
player.
Just a douchebag,
Yeah.
but he's a great player.
And you, I mean, imagine if you had have named him after LeBron.
Well, his middle name's James,
Get out.
but that's because my middle name's James and my dad's middle name's James and his dad's middle name's James. So it's kind of like goes with the family.
Oh, okay. But he could have been. Oh yeah. Imagine if you had to call him LeBron James.
Nah, this wouldn't happen. It'd be Kobe before LeBron.
Okay, fair enough.
But it's Jordan before Kobe, which is why his name's
his
Jordan.
name is Jordan. And Jordan is a little legend.
He is.
I can't even think of a word off this list.
He's
well,
sick.
He's fully sick.
bro.
Yeah. Let him cook.
Yeah. Well.
Let this man cook.
All right. Let's do it.
There we go. I know it
You
goes forever.
really don't like the
ADHD, bro. I just can't.
You've got to keep pushing buttons. I love it.
Yeah, I like to push buttons.
Yeah. Well, you do a good job of it.
Yeah.
He will be flopping around in no time. Chop said. He's actually already flopping around, isn't he?
Yeah, he's just out there on the couch.
Yeah, just flopping around. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. Is flopping meant to be like a certain slang term or something?
I don't know, mate, but wherever he is, he's
Sounds
the main
good.
character.
Yeah, he's loud, he's proud, and in the clouds.
Yeah.
There you go.
Period.
I'm a rapper.
Yeah. Okay, what do we got?
The
Sports.
worst teams in history.
Oh, we talked about this morning, didn't we?
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, but we haven't got Dallas Mavericks there. But
yeah, but they're not the worst.
back in '92.
What about start us off?
Oh wow, Philly.
What do you want to start us off with, Rob?
Why we come up with this? Is there something to chat about?
Well,
today?
we came up with this because a certain AFL team on the weekend lost by 100.
Oh, that was ridiculous.
171 points.
What was it? 202 or something?
205 to 34.
Yeah. West Coast.
Yeah. It's
Bang.
just, I honestly don't even know what to
Is
say.
it the worst loss in AFL history?
Ooh,
No.
No.
Greatest winning margin is held by Fitzroy Football Club, who won by 190 points.
Wow.
But Geelong hold the highest score when they scored 239. This was the fourth largest loss in the history of the AFL.
That's crazy.
AFL/VFL.
And it happened in our time.
Yeah, and in an era of defensive footy too, eh?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like it shouldn't be happening.
No way.
Well done, Bailey. You watched the game.
Bailey did not watch the game. That is not true.
He just
because
wants to be part of
Yeah,
it. He
it's
just wants
not
us
true.
to keep saying his
He
name.
watched little bits. And
Bailey,
then,
Bailey.
So what he does, Bailey's a bit of a classic. He watches a game and then he comments on it as if he's an expert.
Yeah.
Right? So he's sending me messages, I can't believe you missed that. And it's as if he's surprised that a sportsman hasn't 100% succeeded in what they were doing. Like,
Yeah.
and he supports rugby where they knock on and they miss tackles and all the rest of it.
How do
But
you choose rugby over AFL?
I don't
though?
know. I don't know how you did.
Doesn't make sense.
But yeah, I mean, someone said witches' hats is what they were playing, but they weren't playing witches' hats because witches' hats at least stand where they're supposed to, right? Because these guys at one stage, it was 4 West Coast players just staring at this Sydney player who ran in between them all and took off.
No way. That's funny.
It was terrible, but it did bring.
I'm actually surprised that they've even won a game.
That was the other thing we talked about,
Yeah.
The team that they beat at GWS, and if GWS had have won the game that they played the West Coast in, they'd be in the top 8 now.
Oh, for real.
So, yeah, they shouldn't have even won that game.
That's funny.
But, yeah, it led us to talking about the worst teams in different sports. So we went through, had a bit of a look.
Oh, wow. 76ers have a worse record than what the Mavs did that week.
Yeah, the 76ers had the worst record ever in the history of the NBA 81-game season. So they won 9 games.
9 out of 82.
Yep.
That's crazy. Because I remember in 93, Dallas had like 12 or 13. So, yeah.
No, I mean,
That's crazy.
wonder who they got with the first draft pick that time.
Jason Kidd.
In 1972.
Oh, in 72.
Who
I don't know
knows?
if they didn't really have the. I don't think it mattered where you were on the ladder to get a draft because they won the championship and then got Charles Barkley the year after.
Get out.
Yeah.
So
Who
they
was
just
the
had the
number
lottery.
5 pick.
Did they have a lottery?
I think it was just the balls, the lottery balls.
It's pretty unfair.
I know. Imagine if,
They changed it after a while because they were like, this needs to be fair for the teams.
Imagine
that
if the
aren't
West
doing
Coast
anything.
Eagles finished as bad as they're going to finish, and then they said, "Oh no, sorry boys, pick 15."
Pick 21.
Yeah.
You're in the second draft. The second round.
It also depends on like trades you've done
Yeah, of course.
in years ahead, but yeah.
So they won 9% of the game. My favourite one is the 1899. Do you want to?
The 1899 Cleveland Spiders. What sport?
Baseball.
Baseball. And then they went 20 and 134.
Which is still 13%.
Good percentage.
They played 154 games,
Yeah, they
and those games go for
162
like
now.
18 hours.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
but I don't know whether they're the worst team in history for their results or the name. Cleveland Spiders. That's a
I
terrible.
wouldn't want to get on the field with them.
If you're getting paid,
Depends what kind of spider. Bitten by the spider.
Bitten by the spider.
We could do a segment on that one day, just the worst names in professional sporting history. There'd be some shockers, wouldn't there?
oh yeah, we definitely. That can be next week.
Yeah, we could do that. So if you've got one,
Write that down.
1899. 1899, Rob was a boy back then. 2024, Bailey will be a memory because he's not going to make it. He's not going to make it, that boy.
2023.
2023
West
is
Coast Eagles.
Should have been on the top because they've only won 7% of their games.
Wow, and watch them win the rest of.
There's
this
no chance.
season.
If they win a game this season, I'll say it here right now. If they win a game this season, I will pay for Bailey to have 10 cards graded.
Ooh.
If they win one more game.
One
Yep.
game.
One game.
Oh, Bailey.
One
let's go.
game.
One game. I am as confident.
How many more games have they got for this?
8 games. They're no chance. They are the pooiest. They are runny poo.
They could be almost the worst team I've ever seen play AFL.
Yeah. Oh, they make diarrhea look solid. It's just.
Is that on the sheet?
No, it's not on the sheet. That is a Robism. I've just come up with that right there now.
Oh, that's funny.
That's dank, man. They won't get another W at all. There's no more W's for them.
Only L's.
Except for being West Coast.
They can just hold that L.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Interesting.
West Coast to beat the Lions by 50. That's
we play them in
that's
2
Bailey's.
weeks, man.
That's Bailey's.
We play them in
prediction.
2 weeks, eh? Like, I am literally shitting myself that we're the team that lose to them. Like, we haven't
Well,
lost.
then you got to pay for 10 grades.
Oh, mate, it's not. If it was us that lose to them, it would just be devastating because we haven't lost a game at the Gabba for 12 months.
Yeah.
And imagine losing to that pack of rabble. And I got some mates who are West Coast fans. I feel from Brisbane have been crap in the years too, but never this crap.
Nah, watch them clap back.
Oh man, yeah, that was crap. The next one is one of my favourites.
NFL.
Do you want to go with this one?
We got
Jez?
the 1993 and 94 Cincinnati Reds, the NFL.
Yep.
They, what was it? The 2 lowest scores
So yeah,
in the
they
NFL
broke
history.
they broke in history. They scored
2 in a row.
the least points
The-
ever
yeah.
in the history of the NFL to that
Right.
stage. They scored
Like-
38 points for the season.
for the season.
Like
For the season.
scores during the game.
Yeah,
They scored 38 points for the whole season.
Wow.
right.
And then the next
And then they
year,
went, hold my beer.
Yeah, we'll top this and we'll go
We'll go one
37.
That's great.
Imagine being a fan and turning up to those games. It's like you're just shit.
Just
Like-
give up.
Oh, back to the Eagles. Not only the Eagles only win 7% of their games, for every point the Eagles score, the opposition score 2.02 points.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So they've been thrashed all
They're
year.
being thrashed. Their percentage is 47%.
What was it? They've only had 14 ever 100-point losses in their history of the club, and this year they've had 4 of them.
They've had 2 in the last 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
This team is
I'm going to put money on West Coast
horrible. And not only that,
to win
right,
next week.
they are the richest team in the AFL. So
Oh,
this
really?
team have all the resources, have
They have
the
all
best
the
home
gear,
ground.
no idea.
They are a Ferrari driving on diesel petrol, just struggling along. I feel
All right, and then
bad.
we got a Lions team coming up next.
Yes.
Not your Lions.
No, thank.
2008 Detroit Lions.
Yeah. Now they won 0 games for the year, which, and
Wow.
from memory, 2009 wasn't much better for them, but at least they got a W in 2009. That is on the list. Yeah, and before all the woke people come out and say, there's been other teams that have been shit as well.
I can't hold back
What?
my laugh.
The woke people.
Yeah, you can.
Oh
you can,
God,
This is
there have
great.
been plenty of other bad teams, but they're just the ones that took our fancy. That's
I'm
all.
dead.
Oh, is that on the list? Oh yeah, it is.
DED.
Dead.
Dead.
How's that even a fucking word? I feel like Brett. I've gone to swearing on here.
I know you've taken that.
Yeah. Anyway.
What other sports news we got?
Oh,
Oh, NBA trades.
trades everywhere.
Trades.
Yeah, like, and the draft. We had
If
the draft as
Bailey
well.
was here, he'd be talking about trades
Mm.
because they tried to do one in the
in
player
rugby.
player tried to just walk out in his club halfway through the season. St George had gone, nah, screw you, big fella. You got to stay here. So, but yeah, NBA. What's going on there?
Well, we had Chris Paul got traded and went to Washington, and then Washington traded him, and he went to Warriors.
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
Did he actually go to Washington? Do you reckon, or did he? It's just
Nah, it's off season. He probably just sat in his house in LA
and then just
chill.
waited to.
until he went back to
So he probably
California.
got traded to Washington. Told his manager, "Nah, screw you. I do not want to go to Washington."
Yeah, who'd want to go to Washington? Although but now Jordan Poole's in Washington because he got traded for Chris Paul. I think he's going to be the man in Washington. Like it's him and Kyle Kuzma.
No, isn't Kuzma leaving?
If he
Oh,
does,
we'll
then
have
it's
to-
all
we'll have to-
Jordan Poole. But now Bradley Beal's gone to Phoenix, which makes that team even more dangerous.
Who's gone there?
Bradley Beal. So
Oh, really?
he's another scorer. So they just got a team full of mid-range scorers, and then DeAndre Ayton if he stays.
So is he an upgrade on Chris Paul for Phoenix?
No, Chris Paul's one of the greatest point guards ever, but he's 38 years old.
How many has he won before? He hasn't won, has he?
He hasn't won a championship, no.
It'd be nice to see him win.
Yeah, so well, he's. I don't know if he's going to stay on the Warriors or if the Warriors have an idea to pay him out or move him on. But the Spurs,
Maybe if they just get like playing for one game.
yeah, and then
Right,
trade
and
him
then- and
to
then
see what
trade
he can do.
Well, no, because
Just so
then
he-
if they win, he gets a ring.
Oh, yeah, that's if they want to do it that way.
Well, I'm just trying to be nice.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate.
What other trades were there?
I
I know there was.
mate,
the-
Marcus Smart, he's gone.
Yeah, Marcus Smart to Memphis.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
Who left me?
Memphis traded. Sorry, my son's
Yeah.
my son's pulling faces at us.
Yeah.
Actually, that's another trade. Porzingis.
Yeah, that's him.
Porzingis was in Washington as well.
Did he go to Washington accidentally as well?
No, he's been playing in Washington for a bit.
And then he went to
so
Memphis.
it was like a 3-team trade. So Memphis didn't really. Washington didn't really get too much out of that trade. They got Daniel Gallinari and all that kind of thing, but he hasn't played for 1 or 2 years because he's been injured. But Porzingis has gone to Boston and Marcus Smart has gone to Memphis. So Memphis now have the last 2 Defensive Player of the Years winners.
Yeah, but they're not going to score any points because they got no one offensive.
With 25 games, Ja Morant's out. So,
What-
and they're not taking Dylan Brooke back. That's what they said.
And this is crazy time for soccer as well, isn't it?
Yeah, what's going on in soccer?
Well, the Saudi Arabian teams have decided that they want to buy every single person and make it the best team outside of Europe.
Aren't they over
Best
30?
league outside of
But
Europe.
you got to be over 36 years old or something.
Yeah,
right?
they've got
Sweet,
all,
I'm in for a chance.
they've got all the old players like they're going for like a Aubameyang. They've got Benzema, Kante, Ronaldo. There's a couple of others.
It'll work though, won't it?
They've basically taken half of the Chelsea team and gone, we're just going to scatter them out of in Saudi Arabia.
But it's going to work. People are going to watch this league.
Oh, yeah.
I think so. I don't know.
Saudi
Really?
Arabians will go and watch
Yeah,
it.
they'll definitely watch it.
They don't need to though. They got they just sit on their piles of money.
But it's like, have you seen that video that's going around at the moment? And it's like where the girls like talking about equal pay or whatever. And so the girls' national team or whatever plays all these retired soccer dudes and they won like 12-0. And
And where's this?
I was in America, but there was like junior players and old retired soccer players and they beat this women team 12-0.
It's a touchy subject though,
I
isn't
know,
it?
I find it funny though, but it is a touchy subject. But
Because-
it was just there, saying all the old people playing. Like,
Yeah.
They can still play. That's the thing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they can.
yeah. Because they were talking that one of these Saudi teams, the players are getting paid like this ridiculous amount of money, and then the Women's World Cup, the
Oh,
team
yeah.
that wins the Women's World Cup, they get a $400,000 bonus, and like these guys wouldn't even get out of bed for that.
No. It also depends on how much they're pulling in. So, like, the men's leagues always pull in a lot more money, so they scatter it amongst the players, where the women's team's a lot less.
Yeah.
Same with WNBA. Like,
Yep.
they get paid from the men's league to keep going. So
Yeah. And
it is what it is.
But it's got to start somewhere, doesn't it?
But WNBA is going off at the moment, so it's good to see.
What do we got next? Let's go. Oh,
That one. Hey.
we've got a problem though, man.
Yeah,
We've
there's
got
nothing.
nothing in this section.
Jack White won the ring. Yeah.
Yes.
Is there anything? There's what? They're not really abroad anymore, but there's Sam Kerr was at the footy.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I saw that, yeah.
You're only bringing that up because you were sitting next to her.
I wasn't sitting anywhere near her. I didn't even see her.
No, you were sitting next to
No,
her.
I was sitting next to her. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just go with that. But it was pretty cool to see them come out and support the local sport. But I wouldn't
that's
have
awesome.
I wouldn't have imagined that she would have gone to, like, they must be in a training camp or something down here
Yeah, maybe.
No, she went out of her way to like.
to come and watch a Gold Coast Suns game.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, she's on drugs. You can't say that.
She's not on drugs.
Aussie
She's not on
women
drugs.
team playing this week. Oi. Oh, is that the Asia Cup thing? And what's
Basketball.
up? What's up, BJ?
Who's that?
BJ,
Who's BJ Macca?
some guy who normally sits right here.
Yeah. Yeah, they're in Sydney, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, that's where BJ and Chris Anstey and all that are at the moment.
Is that what they've gone for? I heard it was a work trip.
That is a work Asia Cup. Yeah, it is a work trip. Chris is down there as well.
Yeah,
You know,
I like
we're
it.
going later.
Yeah,
we'll
we're
catch
catching up tonight. Jez, you packed your bag?
Yeah, my bag's already packed.
You
I got the
beauty.
mouse in there as well. So
The mouse?
Yeah.
Oh, the mouse that lives in your house. Yeah, get that out of your house.
That's right.
Oh yeah, Scotty, 1980.
Oh, how close is he?
Oh damn it! How could
I
that
haven't
not
seen
be on
any.
top?
I haven't seen any posts in the since the weekend.
Yeah, because they're not playing.
It is only Monday.
Yeah.
That's why.
5 wickets. To
Yeah,
hit
he's
the,
495 was the last one I saw.
Yeah, he's 495. He's 5 wickets away from the magical 500. He'll be the third Australian to hit that mark.
That'd be sick.
Um,
Who has the highest?
in the world ever?
Yeah.
800 and something.
Woo.
wow.
Matthias Muralidharan.
And I'm amazed by your 495. I was like,
Yeah,
man,
but
that's sick.
800, there's actually only about 62 of those that are legitimate wickets. He chucked the rest, so he was a chucker. But anyway, we will get over that.
But that's like I'm going back to basketball because that's what I know. All the travels that LeBron has done and it hasn't been cold.
Yeah, they
Like,
actually
you can't
changed.
really
They actually changed.
say
and
that.
He didn't distinctly chuck, but he broke the rules on. There was a
With the
certain
way
way that
he-
you could bend the elbow.
Yeah.
They actually changed the rules to legalise his action.
Mrs. Bilston's son says hi. Hey, Marianne's son.
Hey, Marianne's son's he came back to Australia.
That's funny. Didn't he just come back
He
and he's
came
already
back
gone?
yesterday. I think yesterday morning,
That's awesome.
and proceeded to ignore my phone call yesterday afternoon. Still hasn't replied.
He's ignoring you now too.
Yeah, exactly.
He's getting BJ to pass on a message.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, it's good to have Chris back. But yeah, they changed the rule to allow him to play. But so the most scoring Australian is Shane Warne, and then Glenn McGrath and Nathan.
Of course, Shane
Lyson.
Warne's up there.
Yeah. Did anyone watch the Shane Warne
The show.
The show?
No.
What's it
Apparently
called?
it's not good.
Apparently, it's poor.
Where's it on?
What's it called? Warnie.
Oh wow, they thought about
they
that
were
one.
very, very
That's
inventive.
very, very
It's
good.
on Channel 9 and has been panned by everyone, including the Warne family. So
BJ's saying, "How good is Shooting Stars, the show on Netflix? Is that the LeBron one?
I have no idea. I haven't seen it. Have you seen it, Jez?
No, I just thought of the She Said.
What? There's a show on Netflix called She Said, and anyone who works here knows it. I like to say that's what she said.
Yeah, Shooting Stars is the LeBron one. It is actually pretty good. It's
Alright.
like it's the story about his high school team
Oh, okay.
and
cool.
how they were freshmen and they all moved up and they played like in underneath the seniors.
Yep.
And so they challenged the seniors to a game and just beat them. So
Like-
then they became the starters, and I think they went like undefeated for the season.
Good.
And they did have LeBron on their team, who was a
generational player.
absolutely incredible, out of this world type of player.
What about Wemby?
Bro, oh man,
What is he? 7'5" or 7'7"?
7'5", I think, but has a ridiculous wingspan.
And then picks the ball up off the ground, basically.
Did you see the photo where he threw the first pitch
The baseball.
and he's holding the baseball, and it's legit like us holding a golf ball.
Talking-
It's ridiculous.
Talking about baseballs, Has anyone seen my baseball?
Have you seen my wiener?
Maybe we'll-
In England, they played MLB in England this week.
Oh,
They
for
played
real?
a couple of games.
Like they played a game over there?
Yeah, and you know how they have the first pitch? They couldn't decide who to give the first pitch to. So they gave it to 2 people.
Oh, 2.
Yep.
Speaking of baseball, I was actually watching it. Did you watch did you watch baseball?
I love baseball, but I didn't watch any over the weekend.
The Angels
Yep.
demolished.
They demolished the team
Yep. Where is it? It might have been Saturday.
because they've been struggling a bit. They played the Freeway series, which is the Dodgers versus the Angels, both being LA teams, and they didn't even score a run
Oh, really?
in either game.
Well, this one they won like 24-0.
24
They had a 13 run inning.
Bailey, again, our best mate on the thing, Bailey sent a picture to us of a card. I don't know who it was from, but from a Angels outfielder. And he'd signed the card and then read underneath it, sorry, this isn't Mike Trout,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool. But anyway,
Mike Trout was the one that got a lot of runs in that one innings.
But anyway, back to the first pitch. They couldn't work it out, so they gave it to 2 people, James Anderson, the English opening bowler, and the GOAT, Nathan Lyon.
Oh, nice.
So they both threw the pitch
can't find
at the same time, which was
Same time.
kind of cool, yeah. Go Nathan Lyon. So there is a lot of Australians going on out there.
Yeah, well, there you go.
But
see?
the thing that I had, anyone who follows me on Facebook would have seen my post. Forget his 495 test wickets, right? What he did with the bat in that last test is just phenomenal. I thought he was a GOAT before. Now he's a real GOAT because he can do with the bat or the ball. Put him up at number 3. He made 20-something runs not out.
All right, so if anyone's interested, BJ has chucked up. He's back in the 9 dog in Bundaberg. If anyone's interested.
So he's on the Margies as well.
He's already on it.
Don't make me laugh, BJ.
That's funny.
Start another coughing fit. Yeah, good one. The 9 dog.
Which race, though?
Bundaberg.
Yeah. Oh, the 167 to 1? Starts in 54 seconds.
Okay, we're going to keep an eye on the 9 dog in Bundaberg.
That's funny.
For those who are interested. Let's go to the next one.
What's the thing for the next one?
Oh, who knows? Nah.
You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, and know when to run.
Let that one go a bit longer for
You got to count your
Brett,
money.
because he loves that one.
Oh, it is actually for race 7, which is starting in a couple of seconds.
It is $67.
67 to 1.
Wow. Well, keep an eye on it.
That's a good thing to put like $5 on.
Keep an eye on it.
Oh, it's 71 to 1 now. Oi, Barca lady.
Brett bloody tips it and everyone jumps off. The thing goes through the roof.
Funny.
Cards. Oh, we've got Select coming this week. NBA.
Oi. So is it, well, besides Optic, Select's one of my favourites.
Has it taken a hit though over the last few years?
It has.
So why?
I think
I got a feeling. I know. I got a feeling.
My thing
I
is
think
just
so.
a lot of stuff's taken a hit after COVID.
Yeah,
like-
but I always thought that Prism and Select were like that far above everyone else, and now they've come back to the field. I think.
Yeah.
And my personal opinion is blasters and hanger packs.
Well, I think they ruined Select. Select was good because it was just hobby,
Yeah,
and then they made it retail
yeah. Which I
with the
don't-
blasters and everything, and then it kind of flooded the market with Select.
with Select.
Where Select was like a special thing,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
so they ruined it.
They ruined it. And the big one that I'm not going to because it doesn't release until Friday,
Is it Thursday or Friday?
Thursday or Friday, one of the two. So
Or we could just go upstairs and open a
I
box. now.
technically don't have it, but we got some.
I take that back.
We got some boxes of One Piece have come in, the new
Woo.
One Piece,
They look pretty cool,
which are pretty cool.
and it's the English version too.
Yep,
So-
yep. And that, and obviously Magic the Gathering came out last week. We talked about it.
Oh, they look
Briefly
those
last
look
week.
so nice.
And gone, like at local card shop.
Oh, you got rid of them?
Got rid of them. I couldn't keep them. We wanted Chris
awesome.
and I wanted to open a box.
I wanted to
together.
open one. It's
The
my
$2
birthday
million
this weekend. I was
bucks.
like, oh, do I want to spend like $600-700 on a box?
Yeah, well,
I don't actually. So
yeah, lucky they got
Yeah.
sold. But yeah, the bounty's up to $2 million now. As the race is going.
yeah, I
at the
saw
moment,
that.
isn't it?
2 million US. So what's
that's
3 million Oz?
Pretty
Close,
close, whatever it is. Yeah, it's just crazy the amount of money that
All right, so horse number 5 won. Sorry.
that's a greyhound.
It's a dog.
No, it's a horse. Greyhounds are horses.
Is that the,
They're big dogs.
so the 5-dog one? Chris would have won a few bucks on that.
5 is the main. Was the favourite.
Was
so.
the favourite? Yeah,
Yeah.
Chris would have won that. I'm leaving now. Have a good time. They miss you. We miss you too, Brett. Which is a 100% something on this list.
Yes.
What is
Finesse.
What is it, Rob?
I don't know. 100%.
High key.
It's 100% valid.
Oh,
Hey.
valid.
100% valid. So
Valid.
yeah.
These are-
I want to ask one other thing. It's not card talk. I know this is card talk, but I want to
That's
ask
all right.
you a question.
Me?
And
Okay.
Jeremy, you too a question. Pop vinyls.
Oh, love them.
I don't really like them, to be honest.
Cool. This makes for a good discussion.
Just look at my desk. I've got like 5
Yeah.
of them up my desk.
Why don't you like them?
Oh, I just think they're. I don't know. I don't like the look of them,
Yeah.
and I don't know. They don't really look like they're.
Bit cheesy for me. I
Yeah.
kind of get what you're coming
Well,
from.
give me all yours then.
Yeah, you can no. Because I just saw one that was graded by a big American grading company, and there was only 50 of them made, and that was for LeBron James to celebrate him breaking the record, and it was a gold LeBron James.
Whoa,
pop.
is there really one of those?
Yeah.
Oh, that
And, and then the other one I saw this week was a Warnie, but it was a custom. So there's people out there that make custom pops.
yeah, you can
to-
get custom pops. They're actually you can get yourself made. I've seen them before. I was like, man, that'd be cool.
I hope Brett has left because otherwise he'll want us to get him one of those. But
we'll make if you.
so this LeBron was.
Is he there?
No, he says he's
We
gone.
can make him a Robert Horry one. That'd be kind of cool.
It would be kind of cool. So this pop went for hundreds of thousands of dollars.
It would, yeah.
It was graded a 9. Like
There's only 50 of them. That's pretty cool.
that is pretty cool. Anyway, let's. What do we got next? We got
Rob's red.
no. We got Pugs. Let's ask Pugs.
Oh,
We got no. Let's do this.
us pugs.
Us pugs.
So we're still waiting on the intro music to ask
Oh,
Pugs.
Yeah,
It's coming. I've heard.
I wasn't at home today, so I
Yeah,
didn't do it.
I've heard the
Rough draft.
rough draft, and it sounds pretty good.
I played it once on the microphone when you were away.
Yeah.
It didn't sound that great.
Yeah,
but
no, it sounded good. It sounded good today. So I've got 4 questions that have come through for Ask Pugs.
oh,
Questions.
Yep. So
sweet.
Whoa.
Thanks, guys.
the first one's from a girl named Alicia. If you're really looking for a card, something you really, really want, is it okay to buy 2 and maybe flip the one that you don't want to keep?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
is he laughing?
No reason. There's no reason.
It depends on the card I get. Well, I'm going to be 100% honest.
Yeah.
I do that quite often.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I buy more than 2 if it's a card that I like.
What do? You keep just the one that's the best quality?
Yeah,
or
I look
something?
for the better quality one. But
get
then there's
upgraded.
also certain cards where I have like 100 or 80 or something.
So
of them.
Alicia shouldn't be embarrassed by
Nah.
what she's
Go
chasing.
for it. Go hard, son.
Go hard.
Go hard.
Go hard.
Don't
That's-
go home. Or go home. Up to you.
Finesse.
Yeah, finesse.
Finesse the system.
Yeah, it's different.
If you know,
that
you
one.
know.
It's different, that one. Okay, so all right. Well done, Alicia. Good question. Scotty has sent in a message. I've heard die cuts are harder to grade due to the corners. Is this true?
Yes. Very true.
Just yes. Like I love
Yeah.
Just yes.
They're one of the ones like the whole team are like, oh, die cut. Because then you're there and you look at every part of it.
So the corners. So we go basically from 4 corners to
There's 4 corners, and then there's a million other corners depending on how.
yeah. So
But
a
then
normal
that's
card
also-
goes for 4.
Then there's also the edging, which is all over the place because they have to cut it a certain way. So
so it makes it a little bit harder.
the select ones from NFL aren't that bad though, because they're cut a certain shape, like the diamond.
Yep.
They're not too bad. But it's when you get like the ones from Donruss or Hoops, I think it's Hoops, and it has all the sharp edges and stuff. Yeah.
I remember those
They're
ones
ridiculous.
where it spelt the word rookie in the middle.
Yeah.
And we often see those ones in here, and they the edge, not the like the K where it's a real spiky thing.
Yeah, has the spike at the top.
Cool. Good question from Scott.
Thanks, Scotty.
Manny. I know Manny personally. Manny's a really good fella. Do all grading companies use the same process when grading cards?
Well, when we first started, myself and Stash did a lot of research and all that kind of thing, trying to find this kind of thing out. And no.
Really?
Yeah, so PSA don't focus too much on the back of cards.
Yep.
That's why you can get a PSA 10, but when you turn it over and you look at it, there's scratches or there's a big line across and you're like, how did they get a 10?
Yeah.
So, and then that's why we went with the model with the subgrades, like the BGS type model. just because it makes more sense.
So people can actually see what they've been.
Yeah, and it's more it's
marked up or
transparent.
marked in, yeah.
Like people know what's what, and we take photos of all the cards as well, so people can ask for photos. But they're all different. And I know people say, "Oh, the grader had a bad day, and so he gave me a bad number." But I believe in a lot of people that it doesn't matter. Like even for American companies and that do it, I believe they work within a certain thing, even if they've had a bad day.
We've got 2 questions that just popped up, so I'm going to ask one of them straight off.
Okay.
Did you enjoy the card show on the weekend?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Any card show is good, isn't it?
I love card shows, man.
Yeah.
They're my peeps.
Yep. Okay, so Manny, thanks for that. So I don't know. There's 2 more questions. This one here is I think it's a really important question to ask.
I won't lean on this chair. I'll probably break this one too.
Yeah, we had a moment before. Because this has come from one of the icons of the Australian card collecting community.
One of the icons.
Yep, Marco from Big Boss.
Hey, for real?
Yes, for real.
Hey.
So Marco's asked us a question. He says, Pugz, how do you make card collecting sexy for the missus?
You just
So
gotta
there
look,
you go. You can
you
see.
got to look like this, mate. No, my wife hates card collecting. Like,
So
it's not sexy to her at all.
people can see that you don't see these questions before we ask
Yeah.
because that reaction was too cool.
Yeah, no, my wife doesn't agree with it whatsoever. No, but I was doing it before she came along, so she just has to put up with it.
I open
That's
boxes
my
of cards on the couch in my jocks.
thing. Group breaks coming soon.
Because Jen says I look zesty when I do that.
Ooh, zesty.
Yeah, no. Marco's wife is always at card shows and stuff.
She's
So-
one of the coolest people I
Yeah,
know.
she's right up in
She's
the
actually
hobby.
cooler than Marco.
Yeah, oh yeah, I went to school there, so yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's Bob.
That's a bop.
Does that
Oh,
Yeah,
work with
yeah,
what he's trying to
kinda
say?
works.
So
It
the
kinda
last
works.
question is, do you think there should be an Ask Jez segment?
No.
Yes.
No.
I
No.
don't know. Well, it depends though. He doesn't
I'm not on the
he doesn't
podcast.
collect cards.
Yeah, and I'm not.
Yeah,
on
but
the,
we could just ask him anything. Let's ask him
AFL
a question right
questions.
now.
I'm not on the podcast.
Soccer
every
questions.
Week, so,
Yeah, well, we could.
but I have been for the last 5
Yeah,
weeks.
because you've been subbed out or Brett's been subbed out.
What question? If you had a question for Jez, what would it be?
Can't see.
Is it okay? Is it okay to have 2 cards and flip one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah. See, there you
Yeah.
go.
Okay.
Yeah.
My question to him would be, where did you learn to tie knots?
Oh yeah.
It's a good question, Rob.
Jez is the greatest knot tie of all time.
I know 2 knots.
That's
That's
two more
That's all
than-
you need though. That little trucky knot. That's my dad's amazing at the trucky knot, but he's a trucker. So
I originally learnt in high school for it was like a little test we had to do for marine biology, and then went on, forgot about how to tie the knot, and then later started working for my brother. And
What does he do?
He is a landscaper / gardener
/ knot tire.
/ knot tire, yeah, and just had to
Just kept practicing.
tie knots to.
So if you had a
secure the load.
tip for young knot tires,
Not really.
protect your cards.
protect your knots.
Protect your knots. Protect your rope.
Protect
Or
your
no,
rope.
protect your gear because that's what rope does.
Yeah.
Oh,
Secure
It secures
secure
the
your
load.
gear.
pretty cool. Very cool.
Secure your load. That's gas.
Wow.
Is that it, Rob?
Drag.
I reckon we're up to the rant.
Oh,
Ooh,
what's the
is it
rant?
this
Which one?
Yeah.
What's going on?
What is going on?
What is going on?
What's
So
going
today I come into this bloody office and I get presented with a sheet that had 50 words on it that rose to 69 from Gen Z words. I was told, do you know what any of these mean? Firstly, I want to just
It's
interrupt.
funny, I don't even know what most of them mean.
Firstly, I want to interrupt Gen Z and just tell them you're screwed in the head. Some of these words have been around a lot longer than Gen Z
Oh,
people.
yeah. But they've got
Goat.
different meanings these days.
Yeah.
Goat. The goat is the goat.
Yeah.
Don't tell me the Gen Z come up with that.
That's,
Next up-
that's extra.
Did they invent bread? No, you did not invent bread.
No.
Some of the words on this are downright just confusing, right? And
Can you
if
get
you
us some?
people are, I've
Give
been
us
given
some
them.
confusing
I've been
ones.
given them all through this podcast.
What's the most confusing one, Rob?
Oh, Jesus! Take several seats. What? What? Take one seat. Don't be a rude prick. Take one seat.
Well, what if you need to like rest your leg?
Yeah. What if
That's
you put,
rude.
Put your legs up?
Don't put your legs up. This is what's wrong with Gen Z. Right? Okay. Clap back.
Oh, that's old school. That's my generation.
What does it mean?
It's just you got to clap back.
You clap back.
I thought it was something like a disease.
No, you just got to clap back.
You got to
Like
put a cream on
someone
it.
goes at you, clap back.
clap back at them.
Oh God. Goated
Ja Rule
with
song.
goated
Clap
with the
back.
sauce.
Yeah, just go with the sauce.
Yeah, of course. Goated with the
Tomato
sauce.
sauce or the barbecue?
The tomato mostly.
So, like, I read a few of them and I went, like, if I snatched my sis, it'd be sus and I'd get slaps in the bussin'.
That actually kind of worked.
Really?
Because it would be sus. Because
That's what I mean.
Well, what's a bussin'?
That's bussin'. That's
Bussin'.
just bussin'.
Bussin'. Bus.
A vibe check. What's
Boss.
a vibe check?
You check your
vibe,
Your
mate.
vibe is not good at the moment.
Yeah, it's all
My
about the
vibe
vibe.
is fine.
To me,
It's the vibe of a generation that's lost the plot. Right? We've got words, right? What was the one that came up before? And I went, snatched.
I do.
Snatched. So I asked the question, what does snatched mean?
Pugs is looking snatched.
Yeah, and
Right.
I like your drip.
Yeah, right. So if Pugs is looking snatched, right, I get that, right? That he's looking good. That was less letters I used. Looking good.
No, because it's better than good. Pugs, he's looking.
You could say great,
He's better than great.
phenomenal.
Oh, just say snatched.
Yeah, it's easier.
What the
It's-
hell?
I don't understand that word. Though.
I'm
That's
weak.
Yeah, I'm weak in the knees.
funny.
Oh, so it's not,
old.
it's not
That's
saying
old.
that I'm actually weak.
No, it's it's not that, but it's
Living rent free. Like, I lived rent free until I moved out of home.
Is that
I
talking
bet
about?
apparent-
I'm living rent free in your head.
Yeah.
That is living rent free in your head right now.
It's like it's in there.
There's nothing in there at all, right? So you can't be living in there. I don't have anything in there. Sheesh, oh God, I understood that one.
What's camp?
What's camp? Well, talking about camp, Ruby went camping on the weekend, right? She said, I'm going camping on the weekend. Right, this is Gen Z. Perfect example. As long as I live and I can breathe.
Wait. Did
This
she actually go camping or glamping?
No, not even that.
I think we just skipped past that. It's just
She went, she didn't even
She
go
didn't
camping.
go camping. She went and stayed in an Airbnb.
Oh, that's not camping. What?
No. She said she's going camping because it was easier to say camping than say Airbnb.
So this is Gen Z.
Oh, that's right.
But she's like, oh, because you don't get the questions after. What questions? Where are you camping? Where are you staying in the Airbnb? It's the same question.
I got a page of 69
ghosting
fucking
you.
questions here.
Let him cook. Let
Every
this man
single
cook.
what's Riz?
It's W Riz, Rob.
Yeah, of course.
You've got W Riz.
Yeet.
Cringe.
Soft launch. That's like me
Yeet
after
is-
20 beers. Well, I don't get it.
You got to start getting it, Rob.
Why? Why don't we just speak the world?
It's like crying, laughing.
Why don't we speak the King's English?
Because that's too easy.
That's right.
The
Why
King's
make it
English.
hard?
Because
The king is the king of
we're
Gen
going
Z.
to confuse the old people.
Fuck. Success. Or should I say,
That's what I'm aiming
what
for.
I should say, finesse or I don't know.
Though. Nice.
We've
Nice.
finessed the old people.
Nice. Nice is on there.
Yeah.
No,
so then we,
Nice.
it's noise.
Noise. I've been saying that since high school.
noise. Noise is bloody
Noise.
Kath
That's
and Kim.
Noice. Yeah.
That's
it was
Kath and
No,
Kim.
it's because it's number 69.
Noise. Noise. Oh, that's
And what
cringe.
does body counts? Oh no, I know what's body.
What's
count.
body count, Rob?
Yeah, no,
Can we
I
get it?
remember that one.
Is that to like do the
One.
deed?
Yeah.
Body
like,
count,
Like what's
one.
your body count?
Like
Yeah,
one.
Yeah, yeah.
Cheers.
Guys,
Let him cook.
Let this man cook.
Yeah.
what's an e-boy?
Yeah. What is an e-boy? What is it?
Ruby, who shows little
An-
emotion, is now crying.
An e-boy, it's kind of hard to explain.
We need Brett here. Never
Um,
thought I'd say that. He'd help me with this.
What is an e-boy
it's
or e-girl? It says.
I can't really explain it.
Oh, and the one that got me the most was snack. You're looking snack.
No, you look like a snack.
You look like a snack.
Like they look good enough to eat.
Yeah. See, he gets it.
I
But
get
why
it,
not
but
just
what
say
a
you
s-
look nice?
No, you are
Well,
looking.
you look nice.
You are looking like a snack.
You look like a snack.
If I, in my
If
day,
I said
s-
that, bro, if I said that back in the day, I would have gotten in big trouble.
yeah, you'd get
Where
you'd
you
get
guys,
slapped.
you guys these days are like that, like you get offended at everything. How are you not offended at that?
I know exactly.
That's funny.
You're looking like, that's not offensive. That's good.
Makes
I don't get
You're
it.
looking like a snack.
I'm gonna sit on this for a whole week, right? And then next week I'm gonna give to Jez because we're getting you back in.
Yeah, you'll be the main
next week,
character.
and I'm gonna give you the Gen X words you got to use.
Oh, I'm all right with that. Yeah. No, perfect.
Cool.
Suave.
There you go. There was one. Cool. What?
Yeah,
Perfect.
perfect.
Perfect. See, they're simple.
Great. Good.
Pugs, I reckon you've been one snack-looking finesse drag. Catch these hands in the middle of the table.
In the middle of the table.
Yeah,
That was the longest rant ever.
I know.
That was great.
Yeah.
And it wasn't,
could go
had
on for
nothing
an
to do
hour.
with the loins.
I could go on about that. I could go on. I want to do a podcast about it. If there's any Gen Z person out there that's willing to come on, do a podcast with me, and it will be called X Meets Z.
Yep.
And
Period.
we will do a podcast where we will discuss why you guys are idiots.
Weren't you going to do that already?
No one will come on board.
Bunch of
Do you know
simps.
why they won't come? Rant. Gen Z won't come on board with this kind of thing because
No, there's
That one. Take two.
Gen Z will not come on board and come onto my podcast, which will be their podcast, called When X Meets Z,
Rob,
because
Rob.
they are scared shitless of being made to look dumb.
Rob. First of all, I'll
This ain't
go
it.
on that podcast because I already look dumb.
Yeah, this ain't
But
chi-
second of
this ain't
all,
it, Chief.
weren't you going to start a podcast with Liam named The Generational Gap?
Yeah, that's what I mean. When X meets Z.
Yeah.
But Liam,
So you've got two people already.
my grandfather always told me never have an argument with a dumb person because you go down to their level. That's
Yeah.
why I don't want to be with Liam on a podcast. So
That's why I don't argue with anybody.
Gen Z, if you're game to come on, discuss things, debate a few terms, debate what is good, what is not, debate how going outside and playing cricket on the street is better than watching cricket here than on the TV, then come back in. Come and just contact me. We'll set this up. Who's ringing you? I'm angry.
Someone from Melbourne.
Oh yeah,
Perfect.
it'll be a debt collector.
Yeah.
All right, that's it.
It's got
We
no
going?
debt though, so it's all good.
Yeah, who cares?
No, stuff them.
Mm.
Yeah. Bunch of simps.
Yeet.
That ain't it, Chief.
Let's let it
Well,
cook.
it's this ain't it, Chief. Oh, I didn't say this.
This was the soft launch of this podcast.
Facts. Protect your cards.
Protect your cards.
Check it out.
Have a great week, everyone.
Let's go.
Hey.
Go platinum.
Yeah.